Hello and welcome to the Summer Sessions, a podcast where we revisit movies from our childhood. It's a show where we talk about our nostalgia behind these movies, how they got made, and just how well they hold up when rewatching them in the present day. I am one of your hosts, Nick Warner, and joining me, as always, Matthew Pelton.
Woo! Dude, I heard that guy rocks. Let's bring him out.
It's been a minute. Okay, for context, we are recording a little out of order. Because we have not recorded in a while. And it's been a lot of scheduling conflicts, and we've both gotten very busy. But yeah, so we're recording this episode before the Fred episode, but the Fred episode is coming out before this one. So you're going to hear this post-Fred, but this is our conversation to kind of catch up. So in real life, we're actually recording this before Fred.
First.
Yes. So
now I think it has been over 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Since we've done an episode of Greenlit.
Which is
God
wild.
Damn.
It was like a hiatus for us.
Yeah, I know. We were pretty good about it.
We're on strike as well.
Yeah. Podcast strike. No one's talking about it, but podcast is on strike too.
Stupid podcast CEOs.
Yeah.
But yeah, how have you been the last month?
Dude.
Like, what has happened from the end of June until now?
It's been wild. Well,
give me the rundown.
I don't know if anyone could tell by the sound of my voice, but it's 9:30 in the morning.
It is.
Which is a normal time for people to be awake.
Yes.
However,
not for the summer sessions.
No. So I'm a very tired Pelton today.
Yeah.
You're getting a very tired Pelton on the show.
Although it might make for a really fun episode.
But we'll see.
Just a little more unhinged.
I feel like I'm going to be more like grumpy towards this movie because of it, but
a little less buttoned up.
Exactly. I miss our WECB days of like 7 p.m. or some nonsense like that. That was great.
Yeah. That was nice. Although I will say, after like having a long day and being exhausted, that was like, it was a good way to end the day, but I was also exhausted some of those days. Now it's like I'm just exhausted because I just woke up.
I'm in pajamas.
Yeah.
I mean, thank God this is an audio only because I look like a mess.
I mean, I literally have a robe on with no shirt.
Yeah,
so we're
true.
Kicking
At least
back
I got
today.
a shirt on, freak. But yeah. So very relaxed. Just woke up episode.
Yeah, but
last month.
Yeah, please give me the rundown.
Oh, okay. So the last time we recorded was what? Hoodwinked, I think.
Yes.
And
it feels like ages ago.
I know, it was the day I was leaving to Boston.
Yeah.
So it's been a while because I've been in Boston for a solid month, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Boston's been great. I came up here and I forget exactly what I said on the last episode, so sorry if I'm repeating information. Mm-hmm. But I came up here because I was potentially getting a job at WERS.
Yes.
Which is the parent company of WCB.
Yes.
To be on the radio.
Yes. The underground sound of Emerson College.
Yeah. Amen, dude. Only diehard fans know what that means.
Hell yeah.
And you know what's great is, listen, they always want me on the radio in the morning, and now that you've heard my morning voice, it sounds perfect.
Yeah, no, it works.
I sound fit for the radio.
It definitely works.
Yeah, okay, so WERS.
So from what I remember last time, you were saying like, oh, I can only do one or the other, and like one of them like maybe pays. And like, I still don't know what's going on.
So yeah, because we haven't even the last month, me and you haven't really talked either. So sure enough, I got up there. I got up here, which I'm currently in Boston, and I got up, let's say on like a Saturday. I had like my interview on like a Tuesday. So I'm getting all ready. You know, Tuesday hits, I get my alarm ready. I get up, I dress up all nice because I'm like, hey, this is like the whole reason I came up here is for this job. And I go up and I kind of have an interview for like the first 5 minutes. He just kind of like gave me a tour of the studio.
Okay.
And so he was like, hey, there's your little hallway for WECB. And he's like, and here's the rest. And it's he almost like kind of is ragging on WECB a little bit. Mm-hmm. So I probably shouldn't have brought up that I have a WECB show. But he was like, do you have any experience? I'm like, yeah, actually in that tiny little studio over there. I used to go once a week with my friend.
Yeah, the one that you absolutely just dunked on.
Yeah, just completely shit on.
Yeah.
But sure enough, the rest, I didn't realize how big that building is. Like,
oh no, I've never actually been
huge.
fully in there.
Yeah, for people who obviously don't know the WCB building, when you go, it's like the basement of one of our academic buildings at Emerson. And when you go in, you just take a right, and there's our studio right there to the left. But that whole hallway is WCB, and then the rest is WERS. So, like, you go to the left, there's like a beautiful break room with like a TV and like a coffee maker, only for them. We don't get to use that.
Right.
And then there's a staircase that goes up to like 7 different studios. There's like a little hallway of fame of all the famous radio people that have been at WERS.
Cool.
Dude, it becomes way more professional if you just don't take that one right.
Right. Yeah.
It's just WECB that screws it up. Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, we are fully student run.
Oh yeah.
It's tough out here.
Yeah. We're trying our best. So, sure enough, I have an interview for like 5 minutes, and then he was like, okay, like, you know, you're on Canvas, right? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, how much time do you have right now? And it was like 2, and I had until like 4, so I was like, I have like 2 hours. He's like, you want to take the training right now? And in my head, I was like, does that mean I got it? Like,
wait, this is for the radio job?
This is for the radio,
okay,
like, on-air radio job.
Yeah.
So I was like, sure. Like, of course I'm going to say yes to that. I didn't want to do it, but I kind of had to. So he literally sat me down in a little office. Thank God I brought my laptop, and I just did the full WERS, like, on radio training right there. So in my head, I was like, okay, well, I got, like, there's no way he would have given me this if I didn't get it.
Right.
So I finished the training. It's like 3:50. I just barely did it. And he comes back down. He's like, hey, how'd it go? And I was like, oh, super easy. There's a couple things I don't fully understand, but I know, like, in time I'll get to learn it. And he's like, okay, well, we'll be in touch. I was like, be in touch? I just did a whole hour and a half training for you. What do you mean be in touch?
Right. So
I left. And then sure enough, like a day later, he emailed like, hey, can you cover next Friday? And I was like, oh, yes, I can. Mm-hmm. So I got it.
Nice.
However,
congrats.
I also found out, thank you, but I did find out that it is also unpaid.
Okay. This is the one that was in question of being paid or unpaid?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So
because the video one was unpaid.
Oh, yeah, that was 100% unpaid.
Okay.
Because that was just Emerson students.
Yeah.
This one I was hoping was paid because it's like actual adults, but no. So I got it, but I'm still on like a job hunt. Because now I have... I'm still presently on the job hunt. No. So I've been working at WRS now for like a week or two. But I have no income. So
fair.
If you look at my fridge, it's like a Brita and like 2 sticks of celery and jelly. And that's all I got. I'm a desperate man over here.
So are you working the video internship, the video thing?
Well, yeah. So, you know what's weird about this? I got the video department for WRS as well.
Yeah.
And I told her, I was like, hey, I'm moving to Boston like next week. She's like, okay, like I won't reach out now. I'll wait till you get here. Mm-hmm. Never heard from her again.
Oh.
Yeah, just never reached out. I don't know. Maybe they haven't needed a video thing, but I've heard nothing at all.
I guess not. That's
strange. She's literally 0.
Yeah, weird.
Which kind of worked out, but...
Yeah, I guess, but dang. So you're still doing the remote editing one as well?
I officially finished as of today.
Whoa, are you serious?
Yeah,
it's over?
I'm done.
Dang. Oh, I thought it was the whole summer. I was going to ask you. So how did the last couple weeks go?
Oh my God. Dude, brutal. So, the thing, okay, here's my thing with that internship, is I love doing that internship. Boss was super cool. The people I met there were pretty cool.
Except for the one time you got absolutely dunked on.
Yeah, I get destroyed. But the thing is, it's a music school internship.
Sure.
So, like, the last couple weeks, I remember she assigned me this video for, like, chord inversions.
Okay.
And I was like, did you just speak Latin? What the hell was that?
Yeah, I don't.
And then basically she
is.
started sending me videos that were like so music based.
Okay.
And I would tell her like, hey, I have no musical talent whatsoever.
Right.
And she'd be like, well, figure it out.
Oh my God.
I was like, sweet. Just learn how to fully play guitar in a week. Got it. Cool. So I got super lucky because one of my good friends, Allie, is like, knows every instrument under the sun. Like, you know those people that like, you give her an instrument from like South America, give her 5 minutes, she'll like have it mastered.
Right.
Yeah, she's one of those. She's a total freak in the best way. So I felt bad because she basically joined my internship. Because once a week I would get on a Zoom with her like, hey, what does this mean?
Oh my God.
Like, can you help me?
That's wild.
Oh, it's brutal. So I just finished the last video, sent it in, and I was like, hey, when's my end date? And she's like, technically Tuesday, but that's not enough time to assign you another video. So congrats.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's over.
And that was it. And they were just kind of like, see ya.
Yeah, just over Slack. She's like, bye.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I got a Slack goodbye.
Wow.
Yeah.
You got slacked. That's crazy.
Dude, I just got slacked on, man.
That's crazy.
So well, that's done.
Yeah, you can add that to your resume.
Yeah, it's officially done. Which I'm so happy.
Right. Dang.
So that's done. Got WRS. Living in Boston's been great because I live in Dorchester.
Yeah,
so
I was
gonna
say, where
in Boston
are you? Like, are you in like a town or is it like still a city? I've never really been to Dorchester.
I used to hate Dorchester.
Okay.
Because driving through Dorchester to Boston was a nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
But now I kind of like it. It's like a little town, but it's like still city-esque.
Got it.
But it's like mostly town.
That's cool.
Yeah, and it's right on the red line, so I literally walk like 5 minutes. Yeah, just go right to Boston like every day.
Nice. That's very cool.
Yeah, it's great. It's fantastic. So I'm doing Dorchester, and then I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Went to Great Wolf Lodge.
Yes. I saw the pictures.
That happened.
That's funny.
Because you have to.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, it was 3 21-year-olds and a bunch of 7-year-old kids running around the water park. We just gotta own it. We went to trivia. We went. To
You gotta at those places. You gotta do it up.
Yeah, you just gotta live up to it.
Like, there's one in Pennsylvania that Maddie like got to tour a bunch. I think it's called Kalahari, and it's similar to Great Wolf Lodge, except it's like safari themed, like the savannah. You know?
No way.
Yeah, and so it's like this massive. It's same thing. It's like a water park. It has,
it's like meant for kids, obviously.
Yeah. It has like a big arcade. It has like all these shops and ice cream, and
it
was great. Yeah. And so we've been a couple times. Like, we haven't stayed there, but it's close enough to her school to where like we could drive 20 minutes down the road. We can show up. And I went to the arcade and just crushed, just like destroyed. It was awesome.
You have to.
Yeah, it's the best.
You just gotta own it.
It's fun.
Now I will say that the crew I was with, one girl that struggled owning it.
Aw, how come?
Yeah, there's a couple. Well, to be fair, like there's a big mental gap. It's like we go to the water park and there's like this tiny little baby slide, like meant for like toddlers, and I'm like, we got to do them all.
Oh my God.
I would get in line.
Oh, okay. So that's just criminal behavior.
Yeah. If I was there alone, I would have been arrested.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess with people it's a little better, but still.
Yeah, no, like we got parents either looked at us like, what the hell's going on here? Or they were so into it. They're like, you guys rock. It was so much fun.
That is wild. Sounds like a good time.
We did. Yeah, it was super fun. So we did Great Wolf. And then yesterday I just I just got back from my second Noel Gallagher show.
Fun. How was it?
Which was awesome. It was fantastic.
Oh, good.
Yeah, this is now. He did a little U.S. tour because he rarely comes out here. So I got 2 shows. I went to see him in New York City, I think on Monday, and then I saw him in Boston yesterday.
Oh, nice. Where in Boston?
Probably like,
at the Garden?
MGM.
Oh, okay, cool. I've never been.
It was my first time. It was bigger than I thought it would be.
I was gonna say, isn't that like a new place? Newish, couple years.
I don't know.
Is that the one that's like right next to Fenway?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were building that like our freshman year, and like half of Fenway was closed because of it.
He's just building it.
Yeah, and they were like, "Oh, well, we can't wait for MGM," and I'm like, "What the hell? Why is this closed? It sucks."
You know, it's stunning.
No, it's been open.
Place.
Yeah. I've been
it's really nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah, cool venue, and obviously it's Knoll, so those are two great shows. But
yeah, that's dope.
So I've been a very busy man.
Yeah. Same.
I was say, how's your last month been?
Okay. I'm literally only looking at my phone to look at my photos, like, to see what I've been up to, because it's just been so insanely busy.
Fair.
So, to start off, I've been on this trek, this hunt for an internship with Disney, like, in the film department, like, in, doing what we do, so I can get some sort of credit. And I found, I don't know if I brought it up on the show, or even to you, but I found this, like, in-house film/marketing department called Yellow Shoes. And I've been really, like, grinding, trying to, like, get in contact with all these people. So the past month has basically been me attending all these, like, not like org fairs, but basically, like, these things where I can go talk to people from Yellow Shoes, the recruiters, like, people.
Just get to know them.
Yeah. And so I have, like, a couple meet and greets on Zoom set up for this coming week. But so it's been a lot of Yellow Shoes talk. Yeah, which is great. So there's, like, these people. So I talked to one lady at this thing called the Endless Possibilities Showcase, and it's basically like everything in Disney. They had like a little booth, and you can just go talk to them about like what jobs they have, like what internships. It's really cool. It's really like eye opening. We also got a book that has a Polaroid of Steve Jobs on the front, and it's just like a book about like it's called. Wait, it's right in front of me. It's called Make Something Wonderful. It's just because it's like Disney make something wonderful, whatever. But it's really weird because it's like a Polaroid of Steve Jobs just like glued on the front of it. I'm just like, okay, this is weird. But anyways, I met this lady, and she was talking about her job, and she's an integrated, what was the exact term? It was like an integrated associate producer, but that's basically their version of saying a producer, like it's just a regular.
I'm like, what the hell does that mean? Yeah.
It's like Disney has weird like names for things.
I'm sure.
Yeah, but so she was talking to me about it, and she was like, "Yeah, we like do all the filming like in the park. We like work with every single line of business." And so like we work with the cruise lines and we work with like the parks, and we like I just reached out to Pixar to get some of their stuff for a promotional video. And like I was like crying because I was like, this is like right up my alley. Yeah. So she was like, this is basically what the job is, and I was like, how do I get your job?
Yeah.
And we like had this whole conversation. Yeah, but it was really cool because she was like, yeah. Like a coworker of mine just came back from Antarctica, like filming like for Adventures by Disney, because like this whole thing where they like go across the globe, and I guess Yellow Shoes does the marketing for it. So they have some of the producers, and it's cool because like the producers with Yellow Shoes, they do all of the pre-production. They are also involved in the actual production, and if they want to, they can do post-production as well. So like you're allowed to take steps like in any direction you want.
Yeah, you can be there from start to finish,
which is cool.
If you need to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's been a lot of that. But other than like career stuff, let's see. Okay. So my job has been going really well. I really like it. Like I've gotten to the point now where I'm starting to teach other people things, which I never thought would happen. Because if you remember from our first episode, I was like in shambles. Because
I remember.
I was freaking out. But so
I still think you're going to kill someone.
Exactly. So actually, it's funny because a lot of the newer people have already gotten like safety rubber bands for sending lap bars up, and I still haven't gotten one. I mean, knock on wood, but like I've been kicking it. It's been great, but
smooth.
Yeah. So the job has been great. Oh, I got my hair cut in Florida, which if you know anything about me, I like really love my barber at home, which most people don't know that. It's like this nice like, little Italian place. It's great. So last time I came down here, I was like, damn, like there's no like barbers down here like my guy at home. And they have a barber shop on Main Street, USA in Magic Kingdom.
Oh, and God.
So I was like, that would be pretty cool. But it was closed last program. So I was like, damn, okay, I can't do that.
Oh, she didn't get a chance.
So this program, like a couple weeks ago, Maddie and I go to Magic Kingdom and we go, do you guys have any walk-up spots? And they go, yes. And so I got my haircut on Main Street. It was
absolutely
awesome.
Not.
It was so cool.
So bold.
They were so sweet. They were so nice. They cut my hair so well, and I was like, "This is
they did?
wonderful." Yeah, it was great.
Oh, I thought that story was going in a very different direction.
No, it was wonderful.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, we had let's see. we had a nice little like college program reunion with a couple of Maddie's friends who are now my friends.
Okay.
Very sweet.
Nice,
that was
nice.
a fun like little week. Went to the beach, which was like a nice like break from Disney.
There you go.
Let's see what else. Oh, okay. So I have an update on something that got brought up like a few episodes ago. I don't exactly know which episode. But do you remember when I was like, I'm saying this on the podcast so that maybe I can get in the future? The marketing thing where like I auditioned for that thing. It was like I was like in front of the camera, and if they chose me, then they would like showcase my program. So now there's like kind of there's a few options that they could have selected before, because again there's like hundreds of people.
I'm sure. Yeah.
And if you got chosen, the kind of the three main options were like a spotlight on on your program on the Instagram and the YouTube channel.
Okay.
A spotlight on the podcast on Apple Podcast, Spotify, whatever, Instagram, YouTube.
Yeah. And by that you mean they highlight our podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they shout out Campus Got Greenlit.
I get those are like the main two. There's a few other like minor ones that like you could be like highlighted in like an edit, like they just like use your kind of face and name for like,
but
whatever.
the big two
are like the showcasing your program and then showcasing your program like on a podcast.
Okay.
So I'm sitting here, I'm doing Yellow Shoes research, all this stuff, and I get an email. And again, there's like tons of people, and they go, "Hey, we really liked your interview.
Hey,
we want to feature you on the podcast."
Hey.
So I had a pre-interview with the producer and the two hosts, which are both very, very nice. All three of them are very nice. And they asked me about like my college program, and they're like the three main pillars of Flamingo Crossings, which is the place I live, are living, learning, and earning. So like this is like their big three of like okay, like you live here and you love it. You learn here because we offer all these cool like learning experiences, and you earn money by working for Disney. Great.
Yeah.
Okay. So they were gonna do an episode on each of the pillars, and then one for like the alumni, like that have like, big boy jobs now.
Yeah.
So my episode is the learning aspect. So I talked about like all these classes that I've been to. That's another thing that I've been doing is like a bunch of these like hospitality classes and like behind the scenes Disney classes. Really, really cool stuff. Like panels with like departments inside of Disney that no one really knows about. Like specifically one is the show documentation team, which basically is a team of like literally 6 people that cover every single park in Florida. And they have documentation of every single texture, tile, paint color of every single building, every single animatronic, every single floor across the entire parks, all the parks.
That's crazy.
They basically said, if for whatever reason, knock on wood, if the Magic Kingdom were to burn down tomorrow, we could start from scratch and make it exactly as it was in the future.
Okay.
So they have documentation on every single thing ever. And so if they ever need to do like refurbishments or like they need, oh my God, we ran out of this paint color, what do? They go to the show documentation team, which again is like 6 people that cover every single park. Jesus. And they're basically like these librarians that just have everything. And they're in contact with all these people. And it's really cool. So I went to like a panel for that. I went to a panel for like the Disney event group, which is the people that kind of set up like all the like the big filming stuff. So like they're the ones that basically like get permission from all of the different departments to like make it happen. So like the Disney Christmas Day special is like their biggest event of the year every year. And they plan that for the whole year. So they have to be in contact, obviously, like with agents of the celebrities. Sure. They have to be in contact with the parks because they have to like shut down Main Street. And
it's probably a nightmare.
All the ops, the custodial, the filming people, the like the crew, the extras, all that stuff. So that was really neat. I actually got in contact with a guy from there who put me in contact with someone from Yellow Shoes. So that was a nice little connection.
Oh, there you go.
But anyways, cool. I did my pre-interview for that. And I just got notified a couple days ago that my filming date is August 3rd, and the episode's going to release soon. It's going to release in the fall. So I'm super pumped. And then I also found out one of my coworkers at Railway also got it, and she's going to be for the...
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, I think she's going to be for the earning one.
Oh, is she on the podcast, or she's the Instagram?
I think she's
YouTube
also
thing?
the podcast. So 2 of us working at the same job, got out of
Which
like
is
the hundreds
pretty
of
sick.
people.
Out of like 100. Yeah. Now, okay, I have a question.
Yes.
As just someone from the outside.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to think, if I auditioned for a thing that's like potentially either on Instagram or YouTube, or they're like, hey, we really liked it, we want to do like a podcast thing.
Yeah.
Does that kind of mean that they really crushed it, but they're like, he's just not good looking enough? Like, they just throw you to the podcast?
No. The podcast is filmed.
Oh, it is.
Oh,
that's
like,
way cooler.
They were like, we're gonna have like, it's like a 5-camera setup. Like, don't be nervous.
Sick.
It's just a conversation. We're filming for 2 hours, and the podcast spot is like 30 minutes. So it's like,
oh, so they like really edited it down.
They're like really going crazy.
Okay,
but yeah, I
almost thought
so
it was like
excited.
No. Damn, you got the podcast.
Yeah. I was actually really excited because I've seen the podcast, especially the clips on Instagram, get like 50 to 100,000 views.
Oh, that's pretty sick. There you go.
So
that's pretty cool, man.
I was like, okay, that's pretty neat. And then also like it's cool to put on my resume, especially because like it is filmed, so I could be like, hey, this is me.
You just link it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so that was my little update there. And then another thing, just really quick that I thought was really fun is one of my coordinators. Basically, how it works at Disney is you have the leaders, which are like the top dogs, then the coordinators, and then the college program full-time, part-time cast member, like frontline cast members. So my coordinator, which is like, the next step above me, one of my coordinators, her name's Caitlin. She has been working, I guess, since March to put together this Theater District West, which is like the area that I work in Hollywood Studios.
Okay.
Like scavenger hunt. And it was Indiana Jones themed because of the release.
Dial of Destiny. Yeah.
And she's been doing this since March, and they shut, basically once the park closed, we all met at the Indiana Jones Stunt Spectacular in studios where I thought I was going to be working.
That's like a ride or a show?
It's a show. It's a massive show.
Okay.
It's like this big amphitheater.
Got it.
And she, split us up into teams, and we went off on this scavenger hunt. Now, mind you, I wasn't registered for the scavenger hunt. So I got an ER, which is an early release, something like that. I got out early. And I shuffled on over to the event. I was like, can I please join? She was like, absolutely. Love Caitlin. She's the best.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. So she put me, a couple other people who also ER'd, on a team with a couple other people.
I love how they use the term ER'd.
We did. Yeah.
Like, you said you ER'd. I'm like, are you okay?
Yeah. I died.
Like, Jesus.
No, yeah. Disney loves their acronyms. It's ridiculous. Like, it is actually insane. Like, they have an entire page for college program people that literally just says, like, what does that acronym stand for? And it's just a shitload of...
That's
it's
ridiculous.
Insane. It's crazy. They love them. But anyways, so we show up, we do the scavenger. It's so much fun. We're walking around an empty park. We're doing, like, we're going around. We're figuring out all these, like, riddles and stuff. And then we get there. We get back. They tally up the points. My team wins.
No, that's fucking awesome. No way.
It was like the coolest night ever. I got to like bond with my coworkers. We got this cool, like, it's over there. I could grab it in a minute, but it's like this frame with like this Indiana Jones thing that says like Theater District West, like scavenger hunt, whatever, and it has like the date, and they give us like this cool like card. It was awesome. It was so much fun. So that was, and then obviously other than like going to the parks and like enjoying hanging out with Maddie, going to the gym, all that fun stuff, living it up here, but. Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a good couple weeks.
Okay, sick.
And I'm sad because like I'm leaving.
Wait, what?
Oh no, I was just gonna say I'm sad because I'm leaving in like less than a month, which sucks.
When do you officially leave?
August 10th.
Disney. Oh,
yeah.
snap.
And then I'm home for like 2 weeks, and then I move in. But I
didn't realize it was that early.
Can't believe that I'm leaving just so soon.
Yeah, that sucks. I know.
Whatever.
Especially because I was trying to plan to come down to see you.
I know. You only have a couple weeks.
We can still try to pull it off. We can talk after this episode.
I would be down. I'd be down.
I'm so down. Okay, I have one more Disney question before we move on to the movie of the week.
Yes.
Okay, so again, someone from very much the outside.
Yeah, do it. Go for it.
Is I can't help but notice that the last couple Disney movies are doing pretty poor.
Yeah.
Like Indiana Jones were kind of bombed.
Yeah.
Elemental bombed. I feel like there's another big one I'm missing. I don't remember.
Strange World, but that was like a year ago.
That was like a year. That was a while ago.
Tanked.
like specifically like over this summer, especially.
Yeah.
But pretty much this whole year, the big Disney movies have not been doing well. Also, to be fair, not just Disney, but those have kind of been bad. And a lot of the like videos I've seen on YouTube and stuff, or like just kind of general Instagram comment sections are like, hey, maybe Disney's like not dying, but what's going on here? Like, this is not good. Yeah. So as someone who's in Disney, what's the vibe over there?
Being in the parks is a little different than like the actual animation department.
Well, that's fair.
But from what I've kind of gotten from the whole thing is we're still kind of in this rebuilding phase from the pandemic, and Chapek did not help at all. The old CEO,
that's
for
what
people
I've
who
heard.
don't know. And obviously Bob Iger came back, and I'm sure you saw it on my story or elsewhere, but he just extended his contract until 2026, which is great.
Oh, he did? Okay.
Yeah, or great for some people. Other people like hate him because recently he hasn't been the best.
Yeah, I've heard weird divided things now.
Yeah, it's interesting. He also had a weird comment about the strike that's going on, and I was really upset about it. Yeah, he basically was like, writers are asking for too much. And I was like, but they can't afford to live.
Yeah,
you bastard. Yeah, what's going on? Thought you were a good guy. But anyway, so I think because of that, Disney just laid off 7,000 employees, like recently. And we've been having drastic budget cuts. Like they had a whole Avengers, like big e-ticket attraction, like this massive, huge ride, set out for California, and they canceled it because of the budget cuts.
Damn.
Yeah, they had a lot. They've been going really downhill in the past like couple years since COVID. But as far as the movies go, I think it's a combination of, I guess, lack of interest, because like not a ton of people want to see Indiana Jones 5, because like or 4 or 5. I don't know what the number is.
It's 5.
It's 5. Okay. But that's kind of the vibe that I've gotten, especially from people that are down here working for Disney. Like, not a ton of people are really interested in Indiana Jones, like, anymore, I guess. And then also it's just, like, general box office, like, decline has just, like, a lot of movies since COVID have kind of tanked. That, like, we all thought were going to do really well across the board. This is, like,
especially
Disney, Universal.
This summer.
Yeah, whatever it is.
Because Flash did horrible too. I'm sure there's a couple more.
And people liked Flash. People liked, Elemental, whatever. But also a thing that I didn't really love is, and this kind of bothers me a lot. Like, I really am upset about this. I can't think about the movie and then not think about this after learning about it. Actually, two things. I guess I don't know if you heard about the opening credits of Secret Invasion. I haven't seen it.
I was going to bring up Secret Invasion because that was the third one I forgot. That was also bombing pretty bad.
Well, that's also, for people who don't know, that's why, partially, part of the reason why SAG is on strike. Because of, like, the AI dilemma, which it bothers me a lot. And then on top of that, I guess the character design for Elemental was partially AI. Like, all of the character design.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So either it was inspired by something that AI created, or it was like done by like some of it was like partially done by AI, which kind of like bothered me. And then also like the whole de-aging Harrison Ford thing, like that didn't go over really well in the trailer, and people were kind of turned off by that. So I think there's just like a lot of things. But I think the main thing is like budget cuts. I guess. Yeah. I don't know. Like, just across the board in Disney. Yeah, it's just been a weird time.
Even as someone who, like, loves Disney and you're in the park, like, you want to do that, like, for your future. Even you see it as, like, no, they've definitely been, like, struggling.
There's been a lack of... I think also, especially Bob Iger, because, like, people have noted this, and I've kind of noticed it, like, over the past... Since he's been since 2005, whatever it is.
Oh, since, like, day one.
Yeah. There's been this weird lack of, not creativity, but...
A little bit.
Michael Eisner was this guy in the 90s, right? And mind you, he was coked out of his mind. Like, he was doing big CEO things in the 80s and 90s. Sure, like, do it up. But that was the Disney Renaissance. That was The Lion King, Aladdin, Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast. All the huge, huge movies that we still milk to this day, which is great because they're all wonderful. But he was this guy where he kind of just threw a bunch of shit at the wall, and a lot of it didn't stick, to be fair, because like there was a lot of stuff in that era that like was not great. But the stuff that did stick like was a bunch of people who were very creative, had these wildly cool ideas, like completely unique, and he just said yes to everything. Bob Iger is this kind of guy where he'll say yes to some things, but he'll like the day that he greenlit Toy Story 5, Frozen 3, and Zootopia 2 all in the same time because of like the cash grab of these are our most successful things. That's when I kind of was like, oh, you're just trying to recover, obviously from the money thing, but you're not giving a voice to creativity and like you're not setting up for the next generation of movies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's this kind of weird dilemma where I'm like, I love what he has done as far as acquisitions and like kind of building the Disney brand, but you're losing that like sense of magic and creativity that I think specifically, obviously like Walt Disney started it, but like Eisner specifically, when you think about it, like that era, it was just like a lot, like he opened a lot of new hotels that were brand new, a lot of like the new parks he opened, like since Iger's been in, he hasn't at least a domestic park he hasn't opened. I mean, he's opened some overseas, but still it's just and even like attractions, sorry, I'll finish my rant in a second, but even attractions, cool. Like I work at Mickey Minnie's Runaway Railway, which is great, but ever since Railway opened, or even since like 2019, a lot of complaints from people have been like the new rides feel very corporate. Like, I can even notice it at Railway. Like, I love Runaway Railway. It's, like, one of my favorite rides. But it does feel kind of new and corporate compared to older, just kind of, like, family-friendly. Oh, this is fun and magical. Like, it's this big creative ride. You know what I mean? It's kind of just like, here's the magic, here's the magic, here's the magic. Done. Like, corporate.
It's very,
you know what I mean? Like, they're kind of shoehorning. Magic. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's just, like, a whole thing.
Because it's weird. Because when I was like younger, like in high school and stuff, I always thought of like Bob Iger as like, oh, that's like the man. Like, look at what he did to Disney.
Yeah.
And now it's this weird thing where like, it seems like really his strategy was just, hey, buy the competition, milk the shit out of it.
Yeah.
Like never stop milking it.
Right.
And then that's pretty much it. Like you just just buy the next one. Like, hey, let's buy Marvel and we'll go crazy. And then they're still doing that, and now you see stuff with like Phase 4, people are kind of like, hey, this is too much. Like this is overwhelming. You gotta slow it down. And now like Secret Invasion, people aren't even really watching, which is actually quite good, but people are into it. And then he bought like Pixar. He's like, let's milk the shit out of it. And I feel bad because Pixar was like, when a Pixar movie came out, it used to be like a big deal. And now look at Elemental, no one's watching it.
To be fair, this is now 3 years ago, but Soul was incredible. But
I never watched it, but I did hear that's supposed to be phenomenal.
That was like life changing. That like, especially during the time that we watched it, like during COVID, I like was weeping. But anyways, I see what you're saying. Yeah, it's like this weird like decline, and even Star Wars, like the new Disney Star Wars movies, everyone hates it.
Yeah, the sequel trilogy is horrible, but it made them like $4 billion.
Exactly. So it's making
them, you know what I mean?
That's the thing is like it's this weird thing of you can argue that he's the most successful because he's made the most money like in the box office.
That's true.
But when you really talk to the fans, it's just like, oh, there's no real like sense of magic or like excitement like there used to be. Like, sure, we're gonna go see because it's a Marvel movie, but like, who's really like
there's
excited?
Nothing
about
new.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing is like we need like another renaissance of like creatives, and I think like a prime example of this is like Everything Everywhere All at Once. Like I'm sure this has been talked about before, but it's like this new, like never been done before, like two young creatives that we just need a bunch of those types of people. Yeah, exactly. A bunch of those types of people in the industry, especially in animation, that can and obviously like the Spider-Verse movies are a totally different thing. Like that just came out and that was life changing. Like whatever. But
let's say it also did financially incredibly well.
Incredible.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's this very strange thing where he's kind of making weird decisions, and I'm like, like I get it because like you're trying to recoup from the old guy. And, like, obviously COVID. And also, he's gotten flack even before COVID for the acquisition of 21st Century Fox.
Yeah, because that was his last big one, wasn't it?
And so it's just this... It's a whole thing.
Yeah, I feel bad for whoever the next CEO is, because it seems like Bob Iger, like, got all the stuff and then milked it all while he was there. And now it's like he's leaving, and whoever comes in is almost left with like nothing. Like, it's all these properties that have been just milked to death.
True. Although it is kind of nice because that leaves opportunity for new stuff and like bringing new.
Yeah, which that's the goal.
Was it Werewolf by Midnight? Was that what it was called? The Marvel project?
Werewolf by Night or Werewolf by Midnight. One of the two.
Whatever it was, but like stuff like that. Like if you just did a bunch of like like really cool, like creative stuff like that. Like I think that'll kind of bring that energy back. But until then, I don't know. And also like his contract was supposed to end, I think, end of 2024. So like he had like a year and a half left or something like that. But then he extended it to 2026 because he couldn't find, I'm doing air quotes right now, but couldn't find like a good
next CEO.
Yeah. Which Josh D'Amaro, who's the chairman of all Disney parks, like has been going for that job for so long. And I think he'd be a pretty good fit. I just don't exactly know because like even he like recently has been like
damn.
And like everyone really hails him as like, oh, he listens to the cast members and like the
he's
fans.
the next one. Like,
but then like anyway, I'll stop the rant. But anyways, it's just like it's a crazy time.
It's weird. It's just especially because you're such a big Disney guy. I was like, I have to ask Nick about this. Also, before we move on, it's very important to know I say these things, yet I'm still a huge defender of Marvel and Star Wars.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, like I like most of the sequel movies. I like the shows. Marvel, I think a lot of Phase 4 and Phase 5 gets way too much crap.
Yeah.
But you know, it's just interesting from an outsider perspective of like, hey, this seems to be the general vibe and opinion on stuff right now.
It's also interesting because like now we're at the point where we're getting older, so we're also just generally seeing it from a different view. But then it's also
true.
like,
that's true.
Is it because then I always question it, especially with Disney. I'm like, is it just me getting older and having different opinions, or is it generally like genuinely like going down a little bit? I can't really tell half the time. But anyways, all of that aside, we are here today. to talk about a movie.
Purpose of the show.
Yeah, to talk about a movie that is not Disney.
No,
is Columbia and Sony Pictures.
Yeah.
It's a 2006 film called Open Season. Yes, it's a movie called Open Season. Now, based on the reaction that you just had, I'm interested for our conversation today because I feel like it's going to be one of those episodes where we're both going to feel very different about it.
Oh, I can already tell. That means
purely based on nostalgia. Purely based on nostalgia.
Okay.
Now,
I'm glad you just defended your love.
Yes. That's what I'm just going to start by saying because I have a lot of nostalgia for this movie and it kind of resurfaced today. And I think you're going to feel a certain way about some of my opinions because I love this movie.
Oh, God. Here we go.
So do you want to start with childhood stories? Like, do you have...
Yeah, because I don't have a ton.
Okay.
So, 2006... It was the era where our dad was taking us to every movie, every like kids movie that existed.
Right.
So I'm sure I saw this in theaters.
Mm-hmm.
When we made this show, we made the list. Open Season was one that was almost on there immediately.
Yeah.
Like it was like an obvious one. You know what I mean? So I know I've definitely seen it. I'm sure I own the DVD of it, and I remember the little bear and the deer.
Yeah.
That's it.
Wow.
I don't remember any specific scenes. I don't remember how they really sounded. I definitely don't remember Ashton Kutcher being in this thing.
Okay, interesting.
So I went into this thinking when I watched it, stuff would come back. Because that happens a lot on the show.
That's kind of how I was with Hoodwinked. And nothing.
There you go. Yeah, that was me. I watched this. I'm like, oh, I don't remember this whatsoever.
Oh, my God.
Probably for good reason.
That's wild. Interesting. Because for me... This was one of those movies where I was like all in from the get-go. We had this movie on DVD. We used to watch it because it's like objectively a camping movie because like they're literally in the woods.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So I watched this like over and over when we were camping.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Like
wait, how? You're in the middle of the woods.
Well, we had we glamp. we have our camper. We have the little TV in the camper. Yeah, it's not actual camping.
So you're not like in a tent.
No.
Oh,
like project. No. Yeah, I used to love this as a kid, and it's obviously been a while. But when I thought about it, I was like, "Huh." Like I still really love this movie, and then I went back and I still really loved it. Spoiler alert, but the animation specifically was one of the things that kind of caught me off guard. I was like, oh wow, I remember it looking a lot better than it actually does, even though it looks fine.
Yeah.
But yeah,
it's okay. It's not horrible.
No, it's not horrible, but it was definitely worse than what I had like in my head because it was just nostalgia, kind of making it better.
Yeah.
But also, I had one of the most nostalgic feelings, like, of any movie we've covered when thinking about this movie, like, before watching it.
This is number one nostalgia?
One of. Like, I know I've probably said that a couple of times on the show, but this is definitely up there in that realm of, oh my god, this is why, like, I picked this movie, because I was like, like, this, this is great. Okay, so just really quick, before getting into production, I woke up at, I think it was 8 o'clock this morning because I have been behind because it's just been very, very busy just a few weeks, obviously, for both of us, to do my production notes. So these are kind of fresh. Some of these I thought were really interesting. So, jumping right into it. Yeah. This movie was produced by Sony Feature Animation, and it's the company's animation debut. This is the first movie that Sony
started?
Animation... Yes. This is the
and
first
they kept
movie.
Going?
Yes. Now, it was immediately followed by Surf's Up. Because remember, that was the second movie that they did. Because I remember that was like a note in that episode, I think.
Yeah, they learned.
And then obviously even later by the Spider-Verse films. Like, they've seriously upgraded. But this is where they started, which is kind of interesting. This movie had 2 directors, which is pretty cool. Which obviously, like, a lot of animation has multiple directors. But what I think is interesting is the first director, her name is Jill Colton, and now Jill was a storyboarder predominantly. She was mainly a storyboarder for other animated projects, and then this was like her, I think, directorial debut for animation, at least.
Cool.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
And the other guy, his name is Roger Allers, and
cool name.
Well, yeah, he was also a storyboard artist, but he was one of the 2 directors of the freaking Lion King.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Holy
now,
shit!
mind you,
what
the
happened?
Lion King was before this. Lion King was,
that was
I think,
90s, right?
4 or something like that. Yeah. But and then then he did this movie.
What the hell?
But it is kind of crazy because also, like, I don't think he's directed many other movies. It was like Lion King, which, like, weirdly is like the most successful, like,
what the
highest regarded animated movie of all time.
That's such a tragedy.
And like this, and then like a couple other things. I don't think he's done a ton as far as directing goes, but he was a storyboarder, so he did a lot of that stuff.
You know how, like, sometimes when you look at a bird,
oh god,
it's like a stupid little pigeon,
sure,
and you're like, man, you used to be like a dinosaur. You were cool. That's this dude.
That was the weirdest comparison I have ever heard, but I'll take it.
Right,
sure.
From like the Lion King, one of the highest regarded animated films of all time, to open season.
To be fair,
anybody that's older than us, no one knows what the hell this movie is.
To be fair, this could have been, like, if this was released now, it could have been the resurgence of the Renaissance. Like, we need stuff I'm saying like creativity wise, like, it's a brand new concept. You know what I mean?
See what you're saying.
Like, it's just like stuff like this in the early 2000s, like during our childhood, was so the thing that we need to bring back now. In this era, because
you know what? I'll give you that.
Which like I get, because like the Lion King obviously was a new concept with animals and all this stuff.
Yeah.
So he was trying to do that, and then like just with a different story, and maybe that would have been something. You know what I mean? Like, so I get it, but then also, like, obviously after the fact, you can look back and be like, oh, what the hell? He did the Lion King. Yeah, sure.
That's true. Because you even like if you look at the episode list of our show. I think almost all of them were like original ideas.
Right.
Like Over the Hedge, Surf's Up, Hoodwinked, this. Like, there's tons.
Which is great. I also was looking...
you have Elemental.
Yeah. I was also looking... AI Elemental. I was looking on the IMDb for this movie, and it was all like the recommended for you, and it's like all movies we've covered. It was like... I'm sure. Yeah, it was like Over the Hedge. And,
dude,
then I saw the B movie, and I was like...
That's coming.
I was like, it has to be soon. But yeah, it's crazy.
The B movie.
But that even exists. Yeah, that's gonna be a wild one, because that's another one similar to this.
I'm kind of dreading that
one. It's just Jerry Seinfeld as a B. Yeah. So this was written by 3 people. Now bear with me with these names. Steve Benkich, Ron J. Friedman, and Nat Malden. Okay, that wasn't that bad.
Okay, yeah.
But and the interesting thing about this, and the reason why I made a note, is that Steve and Ron also co-wrote Chicken Little. So these are the same writers for Chicken Little and this, which is pretty cool.
Bird with a dinosaur. Just saying.
Yeah. But it is interesting because this is another example of like where our show kind of has overlap with directors or score or cool. Writers, which is awesome. Which I love kind of diving into this and kind of realizing who created our childhood movies.
Who? Yeah.
This had an $85 million budget.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, a lot. And it grossed $200 million, so not a ton, but it made a little bit of money.
Enough that it made a profit. Yeah. I know they made a bunch of sequels too. So.
Yes, that was the next thing I was going to bring up.
There you go.
Yeah, despite the mixed reviews from audiences and critics, it got 3 direct-to-DVD sequels in 2008, 2010, and 2015. Wild. I didn't realize that they were all direct-to-DVD, but I have seen all of them because I loved Open Season as a kid. Yes, I've seen all of them. None of them were good.
Oh, okay. Even as a kid, you didn't
even as a kid, I was like, these are not even close to as good. One of them, like the entire movie was them going to like a water park.
What?
That's all I remember. Maybe that was one scene, but that's all I remember. I feel like that was the whole movie. And also weirdly, on the subject of things being weird, this was released in IMAX 3D format at one point.
Open Season.
Yes.
IMAX 3D.
IMAX 3D Open Season. Like, imagine this gigantic screen with 3D glasses on, seeing Open Season. Isn't that crazy?
I'd be furious.
I mean, I would be having the time of my life. But
you would.
I would be like I would sit front row, so like my neck is, cracking, and I have to look side to side. These guys are really coming at me. Like, it's just me and them.
Dude, I would be that guy in the back that halfway through, you just hear like snoring.
Yeah, and then to combat it, I would just be scream singing the bear song. If you go out in the woods today, I'd be going all in. Anyways, a couple more things on production. Okay. So the first idea for this film actually was created by a guy who does like comic strips. So he's like a comic artist. Yeah. And the original idea was submitted in 2002, and Sony like loved it and immediately picked it up. So
from the get-go.
From the get-go. Like after the first pitch, they were like, we're all in.
Yeah.
So,
sweet. That's kind of cool.
And they started developing it. But the reason why I'm bringing this up is because it was developed for 2 years, started production in 2004, released in 2006. Now, it's just an interesting thing because with our industry, being in development for 2 years is a very long time. And then starting production also for 2 years. The development before production even happened was 2 years long. So it is just like an
Lord
interesting...
of the Rings level.
Exactly. So it is just interesting that, with movie... It almost made me, like, reassured of, like, hey, even if a project is in development for a really long time or, like, pre-production, whatever, it still could get made. It still could, get on its feet. Yeah, that doesn't mean
it's out. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just an interesting note for us because it's, like, the development took as long as the actual production of it, which is kind of wild,
you always hear those stories, like... Of like it's called development hell, where like people, it just gets stuck in development forever, and then eventually just fades out or just straight up gets canceled.
Exactly, and also weirdly for an animated feature, taking like a year and a half to almost 2 years to animate, which is like, well, no, I mean like the actual animation took only production. Like not even 2 years, which is crazy because I know like for Spider-Verse it took them what. 4 years, 5, 6 years, like a while. It's just like animation takes a while in general.
Yeah, that's true.
But I guess Sony Pictures like created a specific. I didn't write this down, but I guess they created like a specific new like technology where they could like kind of and they like used it for the rest of their like animated features where they could like where they could like sculpt the like movements better of like the characters. So like they have better like poses and like it looks more realistic, sort of like hand drawn animation. As opposed to like being kind of choppy because it's CGI.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool.
Okay.
They like created new technology for this movie.
Open season, you know what? You get that one thing.
Yeah.
I'll give you that one.
So the two main characters of this movie, for people who don't know, is a large bear named Boog and like deer. He's like a deer, buck.
Yeah.
I don't know like what the proper term is. But a deer,
I don't know.
named Elliot, and they're played by Martin Lawrence and Ashton Kutcher, respectively.
Yes.
So,
yes.
Interesting thing about that. The director blindly listened to audition tapes, didn't know who was doing them.
Oh, really?
And cast them without like knowing the names. Obviously, they were, they're two very famous people.
Yeah.
But so they were blindly casted, and the two didn't meet until the actual premiere, like the two actors of Elliot and Boog.
They were never in the same room.
Never until the premiere. And a big thing, I guess, that the director noted was because of how good they were with improv, that it made the actual production like a lot easier because they just had so many jokes just in them.
That's cool. Even though they weren't in the same room.
Yeah, they bounced off each other even though they weren't together.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Pretty cool. Two more things. The first, only 3 movies were selected for Best Animated Feature of that year. Open Season was not one of them, which kind of stinks.
Shocker.
The 3 that were selected, but it's weird because isn't it like 5 or 7?
Well, yeah, it's more than 3 now. Yeah.
But the 3 that were selected for that year were Monster House, Cars,
nice,
and Happy Feet.
Oh, there you go.
Now, which one do you think won?
Oof. Well, I know when people talk about Cars, they say it's like one of Pixar's like weakest. Monster House, I think should win.
Okay.
But I'm gonna say it didn't. I feel weird saying Happy Feet. I'm gonna say Cars just because it's like the biggest one of the 3.
That was my thought too. It's Happy Feet. You were right.
Oh, it is Happy Feet.
Yeah, Happy Feet won.
There you go.
It was George Miller, and George Miller's the guy who did
Mad Max.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is so weird.
I only knew that from Blank Check, the podcast. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they did a whole George Miller like thing, and it was a fantastic series. Highly recommend it.
I remember when I found out he did Happy Feet. I'm like, what the?
Wild. It's wild because like he won his 2 Oscars for Happy Feet and Fury Road.
Yeah, which is
such a wild, like, one's a fever dream, and then one's a fever dream, but with penguins. It's just, like, it's crazy. But yeah, so Open Season was not nominated, which I thought was weird, because it's like, if they had 5, this would have been in the 5. Because I don't think, depends on who you ask. But not many, like, animated features were released, I don't think, that, like, had huge impact in 2006. But I could be wrong. There might be a giant list.
Yeah, I didn't look at it, I'm not sure, but...
Now... There's a guy, my last note on production, there's a guy who did the score, and I'm about to butcher the hell out of his name. His name is Ramin Djawadi. Ramin Djawadi.
Okay.
I'm going with that. That's my best guess.
There's an attempt made.
Yeah. That's the guy who did the score of this movie. So, a cool thing about him is he went to Berkeley, which is in Boston, which is great.
Hey, right down the street. We use people from Berkeley for our movies.
Now... Post-graduation, was immediately recruited by Hans Zimmer as, like, his understudy. Yeah, like, instantaneously. Like, immediately.
Crazy.
Fresh out of college. And he, like, joined his, like, production company, like, scoring a bunch of movies. He went on to do the score for Westworld, Game of Thrones, and the movie Iron Man.
Holy shit.
And it kind of scored him an Emmy and Grammy nomination. And he also did Open Season.
Which
again, it's just like
with this movie.
It's so crazy.
It seems like it's either people that did great stuff before that somehow ended up on this, or people that started here and ended up doing great things. Yeah. This is people's like.
It's weird. It's a weird crossroad. Yeah. So that's all I have for production. Now.
Okay. Interesting crew. Yeah. Weird crew for this movie.
Very weird. Very weird. Also, weirdly, I found out that one of the beavers is voiced by Jon Favreau.
What?
Yeah. Just like a weird
direct. Maybe that's how we met the score guy.
Maybe.
Director of Iron Man.
Maybe. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is 2006. That movie came out in 2008.
Just saying.
You never know.
You never know.
He has those connections. But so going into my favorite segment of our show, the summer songs. Now this week we actually have a summer song. A segment this week, so thank God. So did you get a chance to listen to the songs?
I did.
Okay.
Now there's one problem though.
Okay.
And I don't know if it's ever been to this extent. I don't remember. But usually I know like 1. I think most I knew 2. This time, I knew 0.
That is insane.
I didn't know a single one.
I'm blown away. Okay, so based on the notes that I have never heard of 2 of them. One of them I know from TikTok, and then 2 of them I love.
Oh,
they're so fun. Okay, so starting from the bottom, that's not the song because that is a song. But it's a song called "It's Going Down" from Young Jock. Now I've never heard of this song. This is a song I've never heard of. I listened to it and I was like, "What is this?" Number 4 is a song called "Crazy" by Gnarls Barkley, which is a play on the basketball player Charles Barkley, which I think is very funny. Now this. I put in all caps in my notes, banger. I love this song.
I'm staring at it.
It was so great. This also kind of blew up on TikTok. So if you go on Spotify, if you're listening, go on Spotify, listen to the song Crazy by Gnarls Barkley. You probably will know it from TikTok, but I just know it from being a kid.
Fair. To be fair, I'm also not on TikTok.
Mm-hmm. So neither am I.
Not helping.
Yeah. I only know it because, I have friends that will sing the song and I'm like, why are you? And they're just like, TikTok, it's blowing up on TikTok. Yeah.
Song?
Yeah, this incredible song. You should sing it more. So number 3, I'm actually really surprised that you don't know this song. Hips Don't Lie by Shakira.
I don't know any Shakira at all.
But this is the famous song. Yes, this is played everywhere all the time. I was shocked that you said that you didn't know this song.
This is embarrassing, but the only reason I even know what Shakira looks like is because she cameoed on Wizards of Waverly Place. That's the only reason.
I only knew who she was. I knew her music, but I only knew what she looked like because she did the halftime show a couple years ago with Jennifer Lopez.
Does she still make music, Shakira? She's still around?
I'm sure she does. I don't follow. I don't love her music, but I only know Hips Don't Lie because it's her most famous. It is a worldwide phenomenon.
I didn't know that was number 1.
Yeah. So number 2 of summer 2006 is a song called "Me and You" by Cassie. And now this is another song that I've never heard of. So
yeah, no clue.
Do with that what you will. And then number 1 is a song that basically was a TikTok song over it being a regular song for a while. It's a song called "Promiscuous."
Great
by Nelly Furtado featuring Timbaland. I can't believe I just said those words out loud.
When you first sent me your little screenshot of the summer songs, I said featuring Timbaland, and I was like, oh my god, he didn't spell Timberlake correctly.
Yeah, Justin Timberlake.
Yeah, I'm like, he must have screwed that up, because what the hell is a Timbaland?
No, yeah, it's featuring Timbaland.
No idea.
No idea
what that is.
But this is a song that I have heard of before this, and I thought was pretty good.
Oh, you have.
And yeah, and then it is one of those things where once it hit TikTok and made its way over the internet, it just went crazy.
I had no idea.
Yeah. But so that's our summer song, summer 2006. I'm hoping we don't cover another summer 2006.
Is that the most you haven't known the songs? Because that was 3 you never heard of.
No, it was 2 that I've never heard of. And then there was, I think our first one ever, I only knew 2 of them.
Okay.
Yeah, I think this is up there. I think last week or the week before was the one that I like knew all of them, and I was like, I can't believe that I knew. Yeah.
Seems like kind of a weak summer for Nick Warner over there.
Right. Okay. So we can move right along into the plot of Open Season.
Yeah, this wonderful plot.
This
wonderful movie.
So, I'm really actually amped.
I know you are. I feel bad.
We open with Boog, who is a grizzly bear, and his owner, Beth, playfully growling at each other, and she takes him into the town and to perform in front of a local crowd. Now, Boog is Beth's pet, right? He lives in her garage, and he's kind of like a show. He's kind of like an act. Like, he shows, like, the town, like, it's this big grizzly bear. Oh, my God, it's crazy. And they come out and they have a good time.
Once a week, they put on this thing.
Yeah.
You know. Now, I will say, already, off the bat, and to be fair, sometimes this changes, and it's very rare. But have you ever watched a movie, and within the first 5 minutes, you knew, oh, I'm in, unless they really screw this up somehow, or you're like, oh, I'm out.
Uh-huh.
Again, it's rare, because sometimes the beginning can be bad, but, sure enough, you go on, you get into it. First scene of this movie I was like, oh no. I was like, oh no.
Oh, really? Dang.
Well, because it starts with like some weird joke, and then he starts singing for like 2 seconds, and then they hop on the car and they take off, and then you cut to credits. And I'm like, why is this movie on coke? Why is he singing? Like, what is going on? I already know I'm screwed.
Yeah.
So I knew. I was like, oh, I hate Nick for making me watch this.
I was so excited because as soon as that whole thing happened and they got in the truck and they went, it kind of brought like everything back. Like, this is one of those movies where like I remembered practically everything that was going to happen. I just forgot what order it happened in. Okay. Like, I remember them going in circles. I remember like the whole thing, the joke specifically of him like the moon burn, where he gets a sunburn on his butt, and he was like, I call it a moon burn. And then the whole smelly it, the whole like Patrick Warburton, which we'll get to that. I just remember a lot of the bits in here. I remember a lot of the jokes. I remember a lot of the plot points. So I was just like, as soon as that happened, I was like, oh, we're back. This is great. Back. Yeah. But yeah, so Shaw, who was a hunter in town, we kind of figure out like, oh, he hit this deer named Elliot, who is like one of our main characters, on purpose with his truck, and he puts him on the hood, right, as like his like he's showcasing it. Yeah. And now Elliot meets Boog. Like once they both kind of park their cars like in front of the, I don't know, like
the sheriff's office or
yeah,
something?
whatever it is.
Yeah.
But so Elliot meets Boog, and we kind of like see the differences in the lives that they're living. Like Elliot like lives in the woods, and he just got hit by this guy, and Boog is living like this 5-star life.
Yeah. He's just one of the town's members.
Yeah. Boog, kind of unclips cuts open the rope that Elliot is tied up with.
Let him free.
And yeah, Elliot escapes. And we kind of jump around a little bit. This movie's a little bit weirdly paced in the beginning.
Yes,
but
for sure.
Boog like snuggles up in his bed, and at home in Beth's garage, and she kind of like sings him to sleep. She gives him like this little goldfish cracker out of
which looked delicious.
Yeah, wonderful. As a kid, I was like, where can I get those?
Exactly.
And it comes out of, I think, he has this little, like, teddy bear named Mr. Dinkelman. And that's just, like, his little teddy bear that he sleeps with. And it's very cute. But, Beth, like, gets a little goldfish cracker out and, like, feeds it to him. And he goes to bed.
He's just a big pet.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
Yeah.
But so then we hear banging, and it's rabbits.
You hear what, dude?
Like, we hear banging, man.
What kind of movie is this?
No. We hear, like, banging on the window, and it's these, like, little bunnies, like, getting thrown against the window.
Why?
I don't know. The bunnies, like, were weirdly this thing that I remember, especially in the DVD, that they're like, these little extras. They were almost like minions in a way, where, like, they didn't really have a say in anything.
Oh, is that what they were going for?
It seemed like it, where they were like these little like nothing characters, but at the same time like they were kind of just everywhere, and they were just like used in like masses, like as a joke for like every scene.
Yeah, it was weird.
As like throwaway jokes, yeah, like literally throwaway jokes sometimes.
Yeah. What's the thing is, he started throwing deer. The deer started throwing like bunnies at the window to get his attention, and I was like, maybe as a kid this is funny, but I'm like, that feels weird to see chucking live bunnies. Like, that's so cruel for no reason.
Right. But yeah, so Elliot, it's Elliot. Elliot's throwing the bunnies, and then Boog lets him in, or he like breaks in. He like breaks into the window.
Yeah, he fully.
And then Boog is like, "What are you doing here?" And then Elliot's like, "I'm here to break you out. Like, you have to come back to the wild with me." And he's like, "I don't want to. Like, that's not... I like it here where I can watch..." What is he watching? Wheel of Fortune?
Yeah, he was, yeah.
Watching Wheel of Fortune on a little TV, which is very funny. But so he doesn't want to leave, and then Elliot convinces him because they have chocolate bars out in the real world. And he calls them woohoo bars. But he's like, come on. Like, he like lures him out with like this wonderfully scented chocolate bar. It tastes so good. Let's go. Come out to the wild.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
How did he know that would work? Why does he have that? Where did he even keep it? I'll never know.
It's just it's one of those animated things where you're just like, it happened.
Sure.
Yeah.
It happens.
It breaks the laws of physics.
Bears are famous for their love of chocolate bars.
Exactly. You ever met Yogi Bear? I have. Yeah. He loves those chocolate bars.
You know what? You got me there. You got me there. This movie's great.
Except Boog doesn't have a tie and a hat, which I was a little disappointed by.
Yeah, well, maybe in open season 3.
Listen,
here's to hoping.
Open season 4, he has one.
No, he doesn't.
I'm kidding.
You take that back. You take that back.
No. Which weirdly enough, that movie came out almost 10 years after the first one. Like, I don't know how they were still making it.
That's ridiculous.
But yeah, so Boog and Elliot break into a convenience store and basically eat everything in there, and they have like the most fun either of them have ever had. But Boog gets like a sugar rush drunk. Like he like gets drunk
he's gone.
off of
he's
sugar.
Like fully hungover the next day too.
Crazy. Like, this like blew my mind. He was like slurring and like slurring his
he
words.
Was fully drunk.
It was crazy.
I was stunned they actually took it that far. Cause I'm like, oh, it's so obvious what they're trying to do. But the one thing, and it's gonna sound like such a small nitpick, but it's one of those. It's like there's so many of these kind of things in this movie that I won't do all of them because we'll be here for like hours. But it's too much where it just kind of breaks the movie for me. But they're outside the store, and the Boog is like, oh my god, look at that giant like wall of chocolate, you know, and he doesn't call it a stand, and he's acting like he's never seen like a grocery store before. However, wasn't it pretty much established like he's basically one of the town's members? Like he lives in the town, he acts like a citizen. How does he not know what any of this is? A chocolate bar, a grocery store, the word stand?
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure the logistics of that because we only ever see him go from home to do the like act.
True, that is
home.
true.
So that might just be his life. But at the same time, he very well. Yeah, he could have just been in the car driving around grocery stores. It just left me with
so many questions.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, wait, what exactly is his life? Like, I thought I got it, but then if he doesn't know what any of this is, then wait, what's going on here?
Right. Yeah, it is interesting logic, to kind of unpack. I'm not sure. But
it just happens a lot in this movie where I'm like, wait, how does this work? Like, I'm just confused.
It is a little confusing. Especially like in the beginning when he's in town. I think more so when he gets into the woods, then it makes sense of like, okay, he doesn't know anything.
True.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But all the town stuff though is
very very weird.
Yeah.
But so the cops catch Boog because he's like drunk in the store and he's like, behold the mighty grizzly, and he's like all like weird.
And Elliot ditches him.
Yeah, he leaves.
Bad friend etiquette. Just took off.
Horrible.
Yeah.
And the sheriff tells Beth that they should kind of let Boog back in the wild where he belongs, but not in like a mean way. It was more in like an endearing way. Like he was like, listen, like this is just how it's gonna be. Like I don't want you to be hurt. I don't want him to be hurt. You just gotta let go.
He was
at a
actually
certain point.
a nice guy about it.
He was very sweet.
Yeah.
And they come to an agreement that she has the summer to keep him, and then by the end of the summer he needs to go back to the wild.
Yeah.
Because I think open season is during the summer. So
he wants to want him to get hunted.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he has the year to adjust, and then by the time open season happens again, he'll be fine. So Shaw, cut back. Shaw, the bad guy, the hunter. He sees Elliot walking on his hind legs and drinking a coffee, and he chases him all the way to Boog's stage. So like where they're doing their production.
Crazy.
And he's like, I cannot believe that. Like they're becoming like sentient, like
he's freaking
human
out.
beings. Yeah, he's having this epiphany.
Like this guy's driving on like the sidewalks and stuff. Like he's fully gonna kill someone.
No, he does not care at all. He brings his gun like to the stage show.
Yeah, he does.
Like, it's crazy. And also, it's not that it's crazy that there's a gun in an animated movie, but I think just because of like how Disneyfied like everything in Florida right now is, like seeing like him just like actively shooting at animals, I was like, oh, it's for an animated movie, a kids movie, this is crazy.
That's true. Like the gun itself isn't super shocking, but the amount it's used, is wild.
It's wild. But yeah, so Elliot kind of sneaks backstage where Boog is, and they kind of fight. And he's like, "Get out of here! Like this is my show. What are you doing? Like I don't want anything to do with you. You got me in trouble. All this stuff."
Which Boog is very in the right.
Oh, he's so in the right. Yeah, absolutely.
Elliot's like a horrible friend.
He's also
he's annoying as hell.
He's just a little bit of a ditz. Like he just doesn't really. He kind of like doesn't really get a lot of stuff. So he's just like, haha.
That's true.
Yeah.
Which also, in this movie's defense, maybe it's my fault, but I am kind of getting like a little fed up with the trope of the one character that has way too much energy and is kind of an idiot. Because that's come up in almost every animated movie we've done on this show.
I feel like animated movies, kind of have to have characters like that for like it's almost like the comedic relief, but like it is
especially like in this era. It's everywhere.
Yeah. But yeah, so and then the people kind of see Boog and Elliot fighting, and like with the way that the light is and the curtain, they don't really see them, but they see their shadows, and it looks like he's killing Elliot.
Looks like just like mauling him.
Yeah, and so everyone screams and runs away, and the sheriff says,
"He's every right to."
Yeah, and the sheriff says that Beth needs to send Boog to the wild where he belongs. He's like, our deal is done. Like he needs to go now.
Yeah.
And I think Shaw like lines up to shoot them, and then the sheriff is like, "You're under arrest," and then he like dips out and he leaves.
He dips. See, okay, that's another one. This is my last one because if I do the small things, again, we'll be here waiting for hours, but. In the shadows that the people see where they're freaking out, one of them, it looks like Boog was like ripping out his guts.
Yeah,
like it's so graphic. And then like cut to behind the scenes, it's just like rope. You know what I mean? But later, what's the deer's name again? Elliot. Thank you. You can tell I love this movie. when Elliot came like flying out of the curtains and they came out. Why did no one be like, oh,
he's alive?
He's doesn't have a single mark on him, nothing. Like they're fighting, but he's so okay.
I think I noticed that also when I was a kid. That was like a thing that I noticed as a child, and I was like, why? But he's alive. Like, why don't they see that?
He's totally fine. Why is no one being like, oh, guys, it's.
I want to maybe I missed this, but I want to say that they come out after everyone's already gone, or like when they're like still in like the panic. Yeah,
but they're still there.
I'm sure some of them were already just like, I'm out of here. But yeah, the ones that were like closer, they probably could have been like,
the girl and like the main girl and the sheriff and everybody. Like
like the main characters.
Yeah, and then that was the motivation for everything. But I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, the movie has to happen, so there's like weird logic jumps. Yeah. I don't know. There's no explanation there. But yeah, so
you get my point. Again,
absolutely. I completely get it.
Stuff like that where it just breaks it over and over again.
Yeah. But so, Beth has a heartfelt send-off and kind of leaves Boog with his teddy bear, Mr. Dinkelman. Very cute.
Yeah.
And Boog's left in the wild. He's left above the falls, which apparently, like, below the falls is where all the hunting happens. Yeah. Above the falls, like, he should be fine. So that's, like, where she put him.
If he stays there, he'll be good.
Yep. Above the falls. And he wakes up in the forest, like, terrified.
I mean, I would too if I went to bed and woke up in a forest.
Yeah, and he's like, I don't know where I am. And then, kind of a few seconds later, Elliot wakes up next to him, and immediately, and for good reason, Boog is like, "You ruined my life. I'm gonna kill you. Like I'm going to kill you." Yeah, which is totally fair.
Elliot did do that.
Yeah. But one of my favorite jokes, because I think it was in the trailer, and then also I replayed it over and over and over and over and over as a kid because I thought it was so funny. Okay. Was where he drops him and catches him, and then he's still screaming.
Yeah, he's still.
And then he's like, "Oh," and he's like, "You're funny," or like something like that. And he was I just, as a kid, I thought that was so funny. And then rewatching it, I was like, "Oh my god, I remember how much I loved this as a kid." I didn't think it was as funny now, wild. But it was just like incredible that I like rememred that exact feeling that I had as a kid. Yeah,
you loved
that.
Thought
it was
joke.
So funny. But yeah, so he does that. He throws him fully, and then he one horn. Oh, by the way, Elliot has one horn. I don't know or antler. If we didn't mention that already, if you don't know. But he lands in the ground. One antler's all the way in the ground, and he's kind of like stuck there. And Boog is like, all right, I'm gonna go find my way home. So he takes the rest of the day, keeps searching. He keeps going in circles. Comes back to Elliot every time to find Timberline, which is the home. The
town where he's from.
Yeah, and
allegedly.
And so he tries to climb a tree, and he's bullied by this Scottish squirrel and his army of squirrels, which I loved as a kid also. I thought this was great. I thought like the weird like individual like characters, and like because they all kind of have their own scenes where it's like Boog and Elliot encounter X. Boog and Elliot encounter Y.
It's a lot of this movie.
Yeah, it's like they encounter these different scenarios within the forest that as a kid I loved, and kind of rewatching it, I was like, oh, okay, I like the like not world building because it's a forest and animals, but like the kind of like character building of like, okay, these are the characters in this environment. I enjoyed that a lot, even if like,
I think
the specific like environments weren't new. It was like the specific characters I really liked a lot.
That's fair. I remember thinking. I watched this like late last night, so it's still pretty fresh. Yeah. But I remember being like, it's a cool idea to do like all the different animals and stuff, and all. Like obviously, if you're like you have to. But I remember thinking the way they did it, not like bizarre.
No, it's bizarre. It's definitely bizarre.
Okay, it is.
It's no. I'll admit that it's just excerpts of like. Yeah, you get one scene and then the next scene and then the next scene, and they're all like different interactions of like, okay, now they're coming to this person and they're having an interaction, and then they leave, and then they're coming to this person. Oh my god, it's a new character. Then you find out what their deal is, and then that's it.
It's the strangest. It's almost like they made a list of like what would be funny. Okay, squirrels that are Scottish.
Yeah,
and like stuff like that.
Japanese fish that slap him.
Yeah, Japanese because so they're like, let's just throw it. Like that's just a scene. Mm-hmm. It doesn't connect. It has nothing to really do with anything. Like
no, it definitely messes up the pacing a bit because it's like very fast paced in the beginning, and then it really slows down in the middle, and then it kind of picks up towards the end. But I think the little excerpts were what I kind of fell in love with as a kid. So
really,
coming back because I didn't know anything about movies as a kid. Like I didn't, whatever. But I just really liked that it was like these little stories in this one overarching thing of like, okay. He meets this character, and then you see this whole interaction, and then et cetera, even if it doesn't properly, fit together. It doesn't do anything to move the story along. You're just meeting the characters of the world, and that's the,
it's
60% of the movie.
It's so weird.
Very weird.
It makes the pacing feel super off, and also there's such quick interactions. I remember, like, I'm like, were the makers of this on coke? Like, what is going on here?
Honestly, maybe.
Would not surprise. I mean, again, they made The Lion King. They probably were so excited.
And the writers wrote Chicken Little. Remember how crazy that movie was?
Which that's definitely a Coke movie.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's a great Coke movie.
Yeah,
it's definitely a Coke
but also those movies were like back to back. I think that was 2005. This was 2006.
Oh yeah, they were high as God. Then.
Yeah, they were just they were pen to page, day in day out on Coke 24/7.
Dude, you turn to them now and say open season, they go, what is that?
Yeah. That's like how Stephen King was on coke for a lot of his books. Do you know
exactly.
what He just like put his face in like a pile of cocaine, did a bunch, and then he has like openly admitted it in interviews. He's like, I don't remember that book at all or the process of writing it. Like because Cujo, he just did it. Like,
he's like, what is that?
Yeah. He has just no idea. It's actually
That's
crazy.
That's the same people that made open season.
Yeah. Just high as God. But yeah, so it's a wild thing.
It's out of control.
It's out of control. But I love it. So Boog finally gives in after a while, and there's that whole like sunburn moonbird joke, which I love.
Famous Nick Warner joke.
Yeah. And he finally agrees to let Elliot show him the way home. So he kind of pulls him out of the ground, and he's like, "Please, like, take me there." And then Elliot. In return, Elliot gets to be a part of his family. Like, they're partners. That's the whole thing. So then we kind of get, like, these... Again, like you were just saying, these montages of, like, him showing him the ropes of, like, the forests. We meet all these characters. And then we cut to Shaw, the villain, the hunter, seeing a dog driving. This is Mr. Weenie.
Oh, it freaks him out.
Yeah, because he's like, oh, God. Dog... like, animals are taking over. This is, like, the apocalypse, basically. We start to see him go insane. So then, Boog tries to adjust to life in the woods.
Wait. Are you gonna explain the dog driving?
Oh well, yeah. It's Mr. I was just gonna say it's Mr. Weenie. He is this like sweater vest wearing dog who's
adorable.
Yeah, and his two owners are like these two hippies that are on the hunt for Bigfoot. And they're an air. I think it's called an Airstream, but it's this like
I think
it's like a camper basically, but it's like a rich person camper. And I think he's just sitting.
Yeah, he just is
on the lap,
the
and he's
main
just kinda...
guys. Yeah, he's just on the lap with his paws on the wheel, It just you just said like, yeah, he saw a dog driving anyway, and I'm like, wait.
No, I was gonna move on and then kind of go back to that, but
because they do come up later. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, so Boog is kind of adjusting to life in the woods. So he's hunting for fish. Then you have that whole scene where the fish kind of attack him. Pooping without a toilet. That's another one.
Yeah, that's a big one for him.
Big one, because we meet the skunks, these two skunks, with a lot of sass, which is very funny. And again, like the cast of characters of the world kind of all comes together. You know, the squirrels, the porcupine, the skunks, the bunnies, the ducks, the nom ducks, which is a wild thing. Yeah, crazy backstory there, etc. All those people.
Yeah, all the weird introductions of this movie.
Yeah. So the ducks kind of explain like how open season is really bad. Like they got shot down and they're kind of recuperating. And while this is going on, while they're talking to Boog, Elliot says hi to a doe named Giselle, who he has a crush on. Now,
I forgot about this whole thing.
Yes, no, this was a vivid memory for me because I remember
it?
Yeah, I loved it.
You thought she was cute?
No, I thought the interaction between Elliot and Ian was very funny. So Ian.
Oh, really?
Yeah, very funny. Ian, who is a large buck, a large deer, and his herd, kind of surround Elliot and tell him to never come back and stay away from Giselle. They make fun of him. They call him Smelliot. They, do all this stuff. And Elliot's very small. He's very tiny. He's, he's thin. These guys are, like, huge. These are, like, the jocks of deer. And Boo comes in and he saves Elliot, but the herd, like, makes fun of him. And they make fun of Dinkelman because he's wearing him as a backpack now. Boog is wearing the little teddy bear's backpack. And they call him, like, Booger. And they just make a bunch of jokes about both of them. And they kind of scare him off. But anyways, or not scare him off. They kind of just walk away. A note that I have about this is our guy, Patrick Warburton, is back as the voice of Ian. Now, if you remember anything about anything, Patrick Warburton is the guy who voiced the wolf in Hoodwinked. This is a guy.
I remember.
He's slowly joining the cast of characters of Greenlit. We have our director, Robert Rodriguez. Now we have our main voice actor, Patrick Warburton.
Dude, we have like returning characters.
Yes, we have our writers from Chicken Little in this movie.
Yep, they're
back. We have the score guy who came back twice, the guy who did the score of 80 for Brady.
Oh, yeah.
We have a bunch of people that are kind of in our wheelhouse right now. But yeah, I thought this was incredible.
We've talked about Hoodwinked. I loved him in Hoodwinked. Mm-hmm. Hated him here.
Really?
Well, I just didn't find him funny at all.
Okay, I didn't necessarily find him funny, but I just love him as a voice actor. So I thought he brought to the character. Any character, even if it's poorly written, I think he adds something cool, special that I love.
When he started talking, I'm like, oh, it's our boy. Like, that was pretty cool. I'll give you that. It's just in the character of this movie, I didn't like.
Sure, that's understandable.
Yeah, he's obviously great.
Right. So, so Boog and Elliot kind of settle in for the night, and they really bond about how different they are from everyone else. And Boog realizes that Beth, his owner, packed him some of his fish crackers inside of Mr. Dinkelman, which, again, was like the holy grail. Like, he has like a bunch of them, and they're like glowing. It's like the best scene ever. But yeah, so... and then we cut back to Shaw kind of saying how he's like seen the future and the animals are going to take over the humans.
He's freaking out.
And he's telling Mr. Weenie's owners, like, you've got to watch out for that one, the dog, because like the dog's going to screw you over.
It's a bad one.
It's crazy. Okay, so the next morning, Boog and Elliot kind of start their journey home, and Boog realizes he's been led in circles by Elliot, and he gets really upset, and he kind of...
Yeah, Elliot has no idea.
Right, and he kind of starts to walk over this newly built dam by all these beavers that they've kind of interacted with a little bit. It breaks.
There's one scene that was random.
Yeah, but it's very important, because it breaks, and all of the animals plus Shaw get absolutely sent down the river. Like,
yeah, all the way to open season, baby.
Into the hunting ground, kind of over the falls into the hunting ground where they have no cover from open season. So now it's just free reign. Which I don't think I realized that plot point was so important until this time watching it. Like, I didn't realize, like, they were safe up here, but they're not safe down here. As a kid, I just never realized that, and they got sent down to the bottom where they can get hunted. Yeah. So all the animals kind of look to Boog for help because they're all kind of very vulnerable. and he says that he's done and he's not helping them. He's on his own. Like, he's not a part of the general we that they keep bringing up. Yeah, exactly.
Elliot screwed him since literally the first scene of Elliot's introduction. Like, he's the worst.
Yeah, it's crazy. But so it's now officially open season, and Beth hopes that she made the right decision. She's like, I hope he's safe, all this stuff. There's kind of like weird scenes that are kind of intercut. Like, one of these is that Boog comes across a house in the woods as he is kind of finding his way back to society, and he's beyond relieved. He's like, thank God there's a home. He like sits on the couch, like he goes poop in the toilet, he eats food from the fridge, all this stuff. And turns out it's Shaw's house. And Shaw comes home, and Boog like just barely escapes. Like, they have this whole terrifying scene, by the way. I was so scared of this as a kid. So scary. But Boog runs all the way to the main road, and all of the hunters for open season kind of drive past him. And then he sees a sign for Timberline, which is his hometown, being 5 miles away. He's like, oh my God, I could see it. He sees it all in the distance.
Not that far.
And then he kind of looks back and he sees all the hunters like laughing, and he's like, I need to go back for my people. He has that realization moment. Like, I could go home, or I can turn back and I can help them.
Because they've so clearly bonded.
Right, exactly.
He cares so much about them.
Yeah. So
very apparent.
But so he goes back. He kind of teams up with everyone.
Yeah.
They all see that the hunters have set up camp, and they decide, we're gonna fight back. Like, this is it. We're gonna destroy them. So they go to Mr. Weenie's camper. They steal everything from them. They steal so much supplies from them, literally everything. And Mr. Weenie comes with them because he's like, I don't want to live in a lie any longer. He like rips off his sweater vest. He's like, I feel so alive. And he like has this whole moment. It's wonderful. Yeah. By the way, in all the sequels, he is the worst character ever. Because I didn't even know he was still in it. The parents come back too. Like, the owners of Mr. Weenie are in every single one. Yeah.
Why?
I don't know, because they still want to get him back, and then at some point they do, and it's a whole thing. But so they take action and absolutely destroy the hunters. There's this whole montage scene. Not montage, but there's like this whole like sequence of them just like using all the supplies they have, which is very crafty, very like interesting.
Home Alone-esque.
Yeah. Exactly, and I just love the creativity they got there, and like destroy them. They even like they blow up their cars and trucks.
Yeah, they do.
Like, literally just like completely violate these people.
I'll say this is probably my favorite little section of the movie.
Yeah.
It's just that little montage.
Yeah.
Everything leading up to it, I was like, oh my God, this is dreadful. I was like, he wouldn't turn back. This is stupid. The dog's stupid. I hate all of this.
Yeah.
But then that little montage, I'm like, all right, I'll give it to you.
It's good. It's really good. But yeah, so then it sends them running back to town. Literally, quite literally. Because they don't have a car. But yeah, and then Shaw, they were like, oh my God, we won. And then Shaw shows up, and Boog tries to fend him off. And, you know, they kind of fight back and forth. Shaw's a very good fighter. This is a crazy dude.
Somehow.
Yeah. And in a final attempt to save Boog, because Boog is about to be killed, Elliot jumps in the way of Shaw's gunshot, and Boog, out of rage, ties Shaw up with his gun. Like, he literally uses his gun and ties it around his limbs, and he is just done. And everyone attacks him. And then, you know, we kind of realize, oh my God, Elliot's alive. He loses his only antler. Now he has no more antlers.
None.
And they all beat up Shaw. And then a helicopter arrives. Right. Beth is back for Boog. They have this nice little, you know, they reunite.
Yeah.
And they both kind of realize that Boog is home. Like, Boog realizes, these are my people. Ugh. This is my home. And Beth realizes, you need to stay because these are your people.
Boo.
And that's pretty much it. All's well in the world, and they both part ways, and they enjoy. And then there's 3 really shitty sequels, and yeah, they have wild
that
adventures
one day we'll
afterwards.
probably talk about.
So, for final thoughts, would you like to start?
Yeah, sure.
Yes,
sure.
Please go.
So, okay, I'm trying to think about every movie we've done on this show. Because I know worst movie was Cat in the Hat.
Yes.
And it doesn't beat that. We're not going crazy here.
Well, we're also recording this before Fred. I don't know if you've watched Fred yet.
That is true.
but
I've not watched it yet.
I have.
Uh-oh.
And people have already listened to that episode, so we'll see.
Fair.
They'll
Fair.
already
We'll
know my opinions. You don't know my opinions yet, but it's definitely in competition.
Both of our opinions on that.
Oh
So,
my god, the movie's crazy.
It's open season for me. Now, keep in mind, I did watch this after a Noel Gallagher show, which was a full 7 hours of standing in the sun, trying to meet him, and then
Did you meet him?
going in? No.
Oh.
Well, because the New York City, it's a long story.
Okay.
But he showed up kind of late, so he just went right to the venue.
Oh.
I was there for I got the sound check. I was in there for 7 hours trying to meet him, went in. Show was great. There was a guy kind of heckling. Eventually, someone was like, "Shut the fuck up!" I started yelling at him, so that was fun. But then I had to walk like 3 miles back home. So by the time I watched it, I was exhausted. Like physically, I was tired.
Yeah.
So maybe that played an element, just to be fair.
Right.
But this is probably my least favorite animated movie that we've done on this show ever.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, I think
that's fair.
Like our main two characters, I did not like whatsoever.
Okay.
Especially Elliot. I found him so annoying. I think every action he took, he was just kind of a dick. Like, just not likable. I think the pacing is so bizarre and off-putting.
It is bizarre, I'll give you that.
Yeah, like, it feels like I'm on coke in a bad way. It feels like a bad trip. This whole movie feels like a bad trip. And then the plot is just so predictable. Like, the second the movie starts, when he's living in the garage, I'm like, oh, got it. Like,
well, yeah,
in the woods, and that's gonna be his new home.
To be fair, that's most animated movies we've covered.
Well, yeah, for sure.
They're all very predictable.
They're all very, which always
even like
sucks.
Most animated movies in general are like that. Like even Elemental, it's like
which
boy meets girl, they're gonna fall in love even though their parents don't like each other. Yeah.
Which I always think like kind of the best ones are not. Like again,
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, like Spider-Verse that just came out, not specifically tailored towards kids like Open Season is, but still animated. It's the same company, Sony Pictures, and that was very much like this weird, unique thing.
Yeah.
You had no idea where that was going, and that was super cool. And then cut to this, I'm like, oh, this is like so clearly meant just for children. Mm-hmm. Where like some of the ones we've watched, I can still at least enjoy them. Like Chicken Little, I loved. Surf's Up was kind of fun, but this one I'm like, this is only meant for kids. Mm-hmm. Like if I was a parent taking my kid to this, it's one of those where I'd be like, ugh, like I'd be miserable.
Right. That's fair.
So
I see where you're coming
from.
from.
I did not enjoy this at all.
No, yeah, it's fair. I think a lot of my final thoughts kind of come from nostalgia.
That's fair.
But rewatching it kind of brought back those feelings. So for my final thoughts, I think I loved how every character brought back some form of nostalgia for me. That's like my main takeaway.
It's your big takeaway?
Yeah, is like a lot of movies when I think about like nostalgia, whatever, it's like a scene or a specific flashback or a specific character. Like something. But this movie, it was kind of like every single thing. I was like, oh my god, I remember watching this as a kid. I remember exactly how I felt.
Okay.
And I still feel the same way. Like, this is great.
Yeah, it didn't go away.
I felt like the world was very fleshed out, and I genuinely cared about everything that was going on in every character's life. Because, like, I felt like all the characters had, like, their own unique backstory that I was actually interested in. And now, mind you, this is only for the first one, because in the sequels that to follow, they ruin that completely, and I don't want to get into that. But just this movie specifically, I care about the characters and their backstories, and I think they're all unique, and they take time to be like, it's not just a throwaway character other than the bunnies. But it's not just a throwaway character. They all have their own backstory. They all have their own personality. Like, it's actually really interesting.
It's a very well-defined world.
When you really break it down. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that it's one of, if not my favorite movie of the summer sessions. One of. I don't know. It's definitely up there. But it's one of my favorite movies that we've covered on the show, period. Like, I really liked this movie. Yeah.
This one happened at Hoodwinked.
It's up there. Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah. I don't know how it happened, but it's one of those things where just all the nostalgia came rolling back, and then it just compiled into this. Oh my God,
I get it. Yeah.
Anyways, let's try and sync this up. But one final thought about Open Season.
It's been a while since we've done this.
I can't believe this got greenlit. Okay, I think we got it. I think we got it.
Listen, for over a month of not doing that, we nailed it.
I think we crushed it. Thank you all for listening. This has been a hell of an episode. Obviously, we're recording Fred after this, so the weird like catch-up moment might be a little bit odd listening to these back to back. I don't exactly know how we're gonna release these. They might be like at the same time or a week apart, a couple of days. Like we'll see what happens. But as far as this episode is concerned, tune in next week for a little movie that we like to call, or I guess everyone likes to call, Zathura.
Let's go.
I'm excited for because I saw it as a kid and I have thoughts about it. We'll save it for the episode, but I am curious to see how it holds up because I remember nothing about it.
Oh, I would say this is my pick for the week. Obviously, open season was yours based on all the times you watched it.
Yeah,
but I have quite a deep connection with Zathura.
Okay,
that's all I'm gonna say.
Yes. So thank you all for listening. We will see you next week for Zathura. See ya.